Jason Disbury, you're likely to lose your job at Avery Berkel. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video may contain copyrighted material being used underneath the Fair Use Act to expose the con men in flat earth. And one of them be this man right here, Jason Disbury. Alright, as many of you know, I did a video on their lies and their Globe Lie tour. And Jason basically, in response to that, tried to clean it up some, but he made an even bigger mess. He made a video the other day sitting in his work car with his work uniform on, and somebody noticed it and emailed his employer. Pretending to be a flat earth or a ball earther. Don't know if it was a flat earther or a ball earther. But they just basically said, how can this guy work for a scale company when he doesn't believe in gravity? That's basically what the email said. So Jason had to quickly delete that video. And I was going to do a video on that. And it's gone now. But I could tell you what Jason said in that video. In that stream, he's saying he stopped the tour to get the van ready with the stickers. To do this without the stickers, decked out and flatter, the van decked out in flatter stickers is dumb, is stupid. Gee, why did it take 2 weeks for you to figure that out, Jason? You guys raised all this money early the first week of August. You had weeks to buy these stickers, Jason, and get this van ready, Jason. But perhaps you've been too busy at your employer, Avery Berkel. Alright? And then he has the nerve to say in that video that he needs more money. There will not be enough. All this money they have will be ate up for ferries to ferry the van across the ponds, the mini ponds. And now he says he has a lot of drivers lined up. But these are the same drivers that freaking canceled on him in the first place. So they're unreliable. And they want more money. That's right, he wants more money. After not accurately accounting what that cult raised in their 24-hour telethon, Globe Lie telethon. There were several people and thousands of dollars was raised. And none of that is being disclosed. As Roxanne used to say, she's going to hold, they're going to be accountable. This ain't accountability. You all should be doing a live stream telling us all how much, showing us the books, showing us your Google, showing us your PayPal, and showing us their GoFundMe page and showing us how much money you raised, because thousands of dollars was raised on lies from this man right here. And you'll find out what that lie was. Roxanne was going to drive a leg of this, but she got shafted by her babysitter and she had to cancel her input into this other than what you've seen on her channel. So Roxanne had to back out, and all of a sudden now Roxanne is one of the drivers again. Just all total nonsense. And then Dave Murphy is going to take over a leg of this. Hey Dave, you'll have plenty of piss in that black water tank. Fuck. Alright, so the tour is going to restart in Amsterdam. Alright? And then right after, like I say, right after Jason Disbury did this this video, somebody contacted his employer, and Jason pulled this video where he stated all this stuff. So then he went on Ranty's. And he just dug his grave as far as I'm concerned. You get fired, Jason, you only have yourself to blame because you were sitting here perpetuating lies to raise money, and you used your employer to do it. And I'll show you how. Let's get started here. Listen to him. Roxanne let him down.
I'm pointing fingers, but Roxanne, you let me down. But it's not her fault. You know, like she made a decision. You know, like she had childcare all in place, and then all of a sudden, childcare backed out.
Yeah,
Left a big problem for Roxanne to deal with.
So there you go. Roxanne got shafted by her freaking babysitter, and now she can't do it. But all of a sudden, she's going to cover her leg right after the Amsterdam conference. That nobody's going to show up for, except for these clowns. So, who else backed out of their commitments as they were asking for thousands of dollars? Let's listen to Jason here.
And like yourself, I mean, you've offered to do 2 months, haven't you?
I did offer to do 2 months way back when. Yeah, that's true.
Way back when? What, back last month when you were trying to raise thousands of dollars? I mean, we were all told by Roxanne, by Jason Disbury, by Nathan, by Ranty, by Anthony, that Jason is getting 4 months off from his employer to do this tour. And you're going to find out that that was all a constructed lie. He used his employer, constructed a lie using his employer to raise money. There was no way Jason was going to get 4 months off for this tour. No way ever. And you'll find out why. Let's keep on going here. And this is where Jason's probably going to lose his job by his own fault. You're a con man. You should be in jail for a few years for this. All right. And you could see the dupe and delight in the smirks. He just thinks this is all a fucking big laugh. And that's all he's been doing, laughing and smiling about this whole thing. This whole shit show. So let's listen some more.
Priorities again. Priorities came in, but this year again, I have said that I'm prepared to do at least a week, maybe 2 even, just depends.
So there you go. Ranty was going to do 2 months, and now he backed out of that, but now he's going to do 2 weeks, maybe a week. What's the chances of that ever happening? Slim to none. So let's go to the next clip. Now, I've got a lot of clips here, so we're going to move right through them. Now listen to this. Somebody obviously counseled Jason on how to handle this. Somebody did. Listen to this.
If we do raise enough money by the end of the trip and we can take on Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and then back to England, yeah, we'll go for it. I'm a little bit concerned, a little bit worried, because it's going to be quite cold up there, quite snowy up there. So we're going to have to make sure that this camper is really insulated. It's got snow chains on, and we may even cancel at that point. I don't know. It might be. Oh, I should refrain. I shouldn't really say that. Cancel.
Did you catch that? Somebody obviously schooled him and told him what not to say and what to say, and they told him not to say canceled, rescheduled, progressed the lies. This is not rescheduled. You readjusted the lies. That's all you're doing, Jason. You're going to find out the real big lie here real shortly. Like I say, people, people put money into this. There are actually people that bought plane tickets to join Jason to go to UK or Europe or wherever Jason was supposed to be at that time and date and join the tour. So now they're screwed. They're screwed, probably screwed out of their plane money and everything else because Jason lied his ass off to everybody. So let's listen to that part right here. Ranty brings it up.
Essentially, you want to really start doing this because people have booked plane tickets. That's the thing. People have booked plane tickets to go over and do the tour, and they're going to have to reschedule their flights, etc. So, yeah, I mean... they're screwed because this guy lied his ass off to everybody. In fact, those who bought the plane tickets, hello, you were lied to willingly. And he used his employer as part of the lie
Because remember, we were told by Roxanne, Anthony, Nathan, the whole cult, that this guy was taking 4 months off of his job. His employer was giving him 4 months. I was even in chat in one of those conversations. And I'm like, who does this guy work for that his employer is going to give him 4 months off? He was supposed to do this whole tour. But all of a sudden, now he can't. Oh, in that video, he says one of the reasons he can't do this tour now is because he couldn't get a loan for the van. And when he finally did, he had to take what was offered, and it was extremely high interest rate loans. So now, because of that, he has to stay home and work and pay for this van. Straight up total lies. So let's keep on going here to the next clip, because Ranty gets pissed. And this is the part where they discuss Jason employer getting an email from somebody.
Let's talk about it tonight anyway. And that was, well, Jason, do you want to tell the audience what actually happened? Because I got word of this morning, and I was disgusted with it. Now, there's no way we can attribute blame to one side here, because for all we know, it could be a flat earther that's doing it. But the simple facts are that people have been in touch, or have been in touch with your work, literally with your work, to tell them about what you're doing, and I think it's disgusting. Do you want to tell the audience what's actually happened?
Yeah, it's a shame, and it is pretty disgusting. It's like,
this is coming from a clown who raised $1,500 to buy a drone, but yet pocketed that money. 4 months later, he raised his $1,500 long ago, and he still hasn't bought the drone. You got a lot of nerve, Ranty.
it's a low blow. It is. It's not necessary. Look, I mean, I actually personally, I don't believe for a second it is a blow, but I think we've got enough problems of our own. I don't even know. Sometimes you can't even call it a community when there's people within our community.
Let's get this understood, Jason. We are flat earthers. We are not part of a community. Your cult. You don't speak for us. You do for yourself. You raise money based on lies for yourself. And this is where the lie is going to come in. It's only a couple clips away. And like I said, Jason's probably going to lose his job because he used his job to defraud people out of money under false pretenses. Shameful, Jason. So when you lose your job, I don't want to hear it from any of your cult that it's my fault. It's your fault for committing fraud. Be lucky that you're not in jail. So let's keep on going here to the next clip. Jason's work contacted him. Let's have a listen to this.
Just a minute. So what you're saying now is that you have been contacted by your work, right?
Oh yes.
And you now have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So in a
That's
situation that you wouldn't have had to do, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you literally have to go in and now defend yourself has already tainted your work relation with your employer, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of what they say. It's causing shit, unnecessary, and I'm fucking disgusted.
We're disgusted with you too, Anthony, or Ranty. You fraud. You're collecting money under false pretenses too. Read the disclaimers on GoFundMe. You claimed you were going to raise money for a drone, and then you didn't use that money on the drone. You pocketed it. That's fraud. So don't come on here and tell other people how disgusting they are. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so there you go. So they went through with it. It wasn't just a bluff or anything. They went through with it. But I get on really well with my bosses. You know, like they actually are a fantastic crowd. So I'm quite fortunate there. So I had a phone.
Yeah, you're not going to be fortunate for any long because or much longer, because I suspect you're going to lose your job. Because you used, again, like I said, you used your job to defraud money out of people on GoFundMe and YouTube. How did you do that? You told everybody that your employer, Avery Berkel, was giving you 4 months off to go do this tour. In fact, I was in Roxanne's live stream when you all said this. And my comment was, chat, who the hell does he work for? No employer gives somebody 4 months off. Everybody said this. Ranty said it. Anthony said it. Roxanne said it. Everybody in the cult said, hey, he's taking 4 months off, so the flat earth community's got to support him. Why he goes on this Global tour across 39 countries. Well, this freaking clown knew that was a lie from the get-go. He knew it was a lie from the get-go. All right? You know why? Let's have a listen why.
It's not in my boss. It's not in his hands. It's in his boss's hands. What to do. I'm actually on probation. I've only been there 5 months.
There you go. He's on probation because he's only been at this employer for the last 5 months. But the last 4 months, he's been going online after live stream, even on GoFundMe. He said he was taking 4 months off to do this tour, and he wants your money to support him while he takes time leave from work. This freaking fraud just got a job. You and I know there's no way he's getting 4 months off. So why is he going around telling everybody that Avery Berkel is going to be kind enough to give him 4 months off to go spread the flat earth word? This guy committed fraud from the get-go. He's probably going to lose his job now, and he only has himself to blame.
So I haven't got my signed, sealed, and delivered contract yet, for full employment, so they can walk me right out the door tomorrow if they want.
They probably will.
So yeah, well done. Thank you very much. That's kind of.
You used your employer to commit fraud online to raise thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of money.
Like quite stressful now, and I could lose my job tomorrow.
And there's just no need for it. There is absolutely no need. There's no need for whoever it was to try and find an in.
You got a lot of nerve, Ranty.
The scales that they sell in regards to gravity, just to try and bring that up, to try and make a connection, to sniff around your job, to let them know what the hell. It has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them in the first place. I'm so angry. I'm so angry, and I'm so.
I bet you those people who bought plane tickets, hotel rooms, and everything else that were going to join this Global tour are just as fucking angry, Ranty. Because this guy lied to him and said he was going to be here on this date. My employer is giving me 4 months off. No, his employer wasn't. Because he just started the job and he's on probation. And you're disgusted? How about the people that gave you guys thousands and thousands of dollars based on this fraud's word? How about them, Ranty? Let's go on to the next clip. Jason has to be naive. No, he's not naive. He's just a criminal. Common day criminal.
I've been a little bit too naive thinking that there is some honest and decent people out there, but there is a few disgusting people out there, like that don't care.
But regardless of whatever you're...
Again, disgusting is going online telling people you're taking 4 months off when you just started a job and you're still on probation. And then people buying plane tickets to meet you when you know you can't be there because you got to work.
Personal things in. I think you need to zip that, keep it tight. Pray that you keep your job for a start. And it's just a black mark that didn't need to be there. And it's even worse with you being on probation too. I mean, your direct manager, you told me earlier, had no problems with your work, but
No.
I suspect this Avery Berkel's going to get another email with my link in it to this video. Maybe I'll even send it to him. You freaking cons. You guys should be in jail. All right, let's go. Next clip. Oh, this needs no introduction. You're all going to laugh your ass off here.
Apparently, the tour bus's number plate has now been
sent to Interpol, isn't it?
Sent to Interpol, which is like it's just it's ludicrous. But like I have to see the funny side, because this tour bus is going to be so flat smacked. I'd imagine Interpol would probably want to be pulling it over anyway, regardless for a quick look see.
There you go. Somebody turned them into Interpol. They were going to get held up at the freaking borders anyways, with all them flat earth stickers on the van. But, all throughout this, just like in this little ending right here, this guy's smiling and laughing through all of this. They're committing fraud and just fucking having a good old fucking laugh out of it. This guy's had duping delight ever since he put the tour on hold. Yeah, man. Can't say that word canceled, can you? All right, let's keep on going here to the next clip. What was the next clip? Oh, yeah. How much have you raised so far, asked Ranty. Listen to this nonsense here. He thinks.
So how much has the tour raised up to now? Or
1 in 10 Americans have diabetes. More than 84 million have.
How much has the tour got in its funds ready to carry on?
I think it originally raised around about 5,500, 6,000.
I think. How about some accountability, Roxanne? How about getting Mark Sargent, Paul on the Plane, that other clown, Rob Skiba, Mark Sargent, Bob Nodell, Jaron Campanella, and all those people that did that 24-hour telethon to raise money. How about getting them all on a live stream and them all opening their books? Let's show us how much you raised on Google that day. Show us how much you raised on PayPal that day. Show us how much you raised on the many different GoFundMes. And some of them, I think, have already been pulled down. How about that? How about some accountability? Since you've been lying your ass off using Avery Berkel as cover.
Somewhere around there. And now we're down to about 3,000 now. And that's not just, like petrol and all that. It's like there was approximately £800 spent on the advertising.
So they spent £3,000 and they haven't even left the UK yet. You know what? If they did this 39 countries, this would cost north of 20K. This ain't ever going to happen. They'll be, like I said, they'll be lucky to go into Europe and visit a few countries in Europe, and that's about it. If that, because he's replacing the drivers he's got lined up are the same drivers that already canceled once. Ranty, Dave Murphy, Roxanne, and he can't do it because now he's got to work to pay off that expensive loan. Not sure if I mentioned that, but he said he can't do this tour now because he got such a high interest rate loan that he's going to have to stay home and pay for this van now and work to pay it off. Reason why he's staying home because he's still on probation, and there's no way his fucking employer was giving him 4 months off. That was a straight up lie. Let's go to the last clip here. Wow. What's your final figures you need? to complete this tour, and they want to raise more money.
Yeah, no, it's all coming together. It's just, but the final figure of what we're going to need, it might come up to about another 5,000 or something, 4.5, 5,000, something like that.
Right. Well,
there you go. 4.5, 5,000. He says he's probably raised 5 to 6, and these are just all guesses. There's no accountability. There never was on the first one. So let's take a look at these All right, so let's look at what they raised on GoFundMe. And I think this is only some of the GoFundMe pages because it's been pulled. And remember, they've been raising money on Facebook. They've been raising money on PayPal. And all this is all hidden. So they're probably closer to $10,000 raised already than they are to $5,000 raised. We'll never get accuracy. We'll never get truth from this cult because they've been lying their ass off. And then look, he just updated this the same day he did the show with Jason Disbury. With Ranty. And he claims they've only raised 3,879 pounds. Is it 5,000 to 6,000 pounds, Jason, or is it 3,879 pounds? Because even that number isn't accurate, and you updated this August 19th. Let's take at this GoFundMe page that Paul on the plane opened up. He said he was going to match up to $1,000. So I suspect that he probably put in, well, he probably didn't either. These guys ain't going to give us no accountability to prove that he put in $1,000 on top of that 865. So that should be 1,865 added on to that figure down below. This figure, the figure on the other page. Added this to this figure. So there's $6,000. Now let's go to Glowbusters. Now Glowbusters, they were asking for money on PayPal. They were asking for money on Super Chats, and they were raking in the Super Chats. They probably raked in close to another $1,000 just on Super Chats. So there you go. They're already up into $8,000 range. And then you have Mark Sargent, who said he's going to be kind enough to put in $1,000 of the money he earned making that hit piece commercial calling flat earthers fools. So there you go, folks. This cult is going to be asking for more money. And they can't even complete what's already been promised. And you have Jason Disbury committing fraud against the flat earth community using his employer, Avery Berkel. Have a good day, everybody.